Hi, welcome to Easy CyberSec. In this video, we will look into the state of cybersecurity in 2021. That is, we will understand what the hackers are doing in recent times and also how the industry has changed and how the hiring has changed is something we will understand in this video. Now, going forward, we have noticed two major trends. One is increased 0 days. And the second thing is that increasing amount of sophisticated malwares. Now 0 days, as you know, are very deadly. Now the vendor themselves do not know that their software is vulnerable and the software is being exploited, and they do not have a fix for this. In this case, the exploit would fall under a 0-day category. This is very dangerous as it is very hard to identify and mitigate. Second thing is that increasing amount of sophisticated malwares. This is because in spite of having a good amount of security controls, malwares are still able to execute in our PCs, ransomwares are still able to execute, and not just that, they are migrating to different platforms such as mobile devices and smart devices. Now, these both factors all together have led to an increasing amount of demand in the cybersecurity industry. Now, there are a lot of candidates that are looking forward for a cybersecurity position. But what can differentiate you from such candidates is that some amount of key skills. What you really need is that very strong basics compared to the rest. Now, what basics are these? Firstly, you need to understand low-level programming. That is, you need to understand concepts of C, C++ and assembly level language. You need to understand concepts like data structures, memory corruption, stack structure, heap structure. You need to be able to understand assembly language concepts such as x86 architecture, x64 architecture, stack epilogue, stack prologue, function calls, interrupts. All these basic concepts you need to have a very good understanding. Second thing is that you need to know some good amount of scripting. Python and Perl are my preferred language, but you can really go for anything else also. But you need to understand the concepts behind scripting and learn to make your own tools, because this is what differentiates you from a good hacker. Strong basics of networking OS application. That is, mainly these are the three concepts that build a computer altogether. Now you need to understand the good amount of basics in networking. That is, even if a single packet is sent from one PC to another PC, how you will identify this packet, how this packet works, how it traverses between different devices such as your PC, then to your switch, then router, then to your friend's router, then switch, then to his PC. You need to understand the basics, TCP, IP and all that. And second thing is that you need to understand operating system, not just your Windows level. You need to go dig deeper and understand into the kernel level, BIOS, MBR and all that. You need to have a really good understanding. Third thing is that you really need a good amount of understanding in the application space. That is, web applications, mobile applications, desktop applications. You really need to have good understanding in this side. Finally, you need to be able to identify malicious software. That is, you can't just say a computer is infected with virus. You need to know what exactly is happening with that malware. Is it a malware that is loaded in memory? Is it a malware on disk? Is it a ransomware? Is it a spyware? You need to be able to differentiate between these malwares. Is this malware written in C language? Is this malware written in a different language? You need to be able to understand all the basics, and how a malware works is something that you need to get a grip on. This reason being has a very good demand because there is an increasing amount of SOC level analysts that are being recruited in companies. If you have the skill that if you're able to identify the good from the bad, then you really have a great advantage. Next up, let's look at how the salaries are structured these days. If you look at a software engineer, his salary can go up to 500,000 USD. Now, let's imagine for a senior software engineer and also a senior security engineer, you are going to see some very good amount of salaries. So it's a good time to get into the industry right now. Source is from levels.fyi. You can go ahead and check it yourself for 100 different other companies. Now, key advantages for career success is that a lot of companies are started to hire employees remotely. That is, they are no longer looking at employees being in their country. You can sit in India and work for companies in Australia, New Zealand, US and across Europe. Practical interviews are something that are trending. That is, these days companies are no longer having just a phone interview where they ask you theoretical questions and you clear the interview. You need to be able to demonstrate practical skills in order to clear interviews, which is something that is very important because you need to get hands-on. Now, so far you may be puzzled, some may be puzzled because it's a lot into the technical aspects of cybersecurity, but really cybersecurity is for everyone. Hackers and security engineers are the folks that are going to be technical and tactical all the time, but there are also strategists, managers, chief information security officers that are not necessarily technical, and also these auditors, they come from a background with compliance and risk management background. So they are not really technical, but they do understand the technical concepts, but their day-to-day job does not involve, does not require them to do programming and other hacking related stuff. They just need to be able to work alongside hackers and make sure that they have tested certain controls or they have not tested certain controls. But it's really a wider area, and for the senior management, always people from this level are only preferred compared to hackers and engineers. Now, how to get started in cybersecurity? My first recommendation, and something that has worked excellently for me, is to get an internship. It can be in any company. It could be in a small startup or it could even be in a big four. But the best way is to get into an internship. Due to the increasing amount of competition in the space, securing an internship is the best way to secure your career. Now, after your internship, you can really decide which path you want to take, whether you want to move into a consulting side or whether you want to move into an in-house security, be an in-house security professional or product security professional. When you are a consultant, what you do is that you work with a different amount of clients. Prior to COVID, what happened was that as consultants, we were getting to travel across countries also. But these days we work mostly through Zoom, so it's a different story. But being a consultant is something for some people who really enjoy a lot of travel, meeting a lot of people, doing a lot of interaction. So they are consultants, although they also possess technical knowledge. The other set of people are in-house security, where you work for a particular company or you look after one particular product. Now, this is primarily going to be technical. You are not going to have to interact with many people. Your exposure is going to be limited, but you would really specialize in one particular thing very well over a period of time. Now, it's really up to you what you want to pick. So, some companies, like for example, as a consultant, you should aim in order to land in a company like a big four one like PwC, Deloitte, KPMG, EY, or even into other BCG and McKinsey are hiring consultants for cybersecurity these days. You could aim at landing one of companies like that. Or if you move into in-house security, you could work for almost any company, because everybody has a security team right now. And also you can look into companies like Google and Microsoft, where you can land an in-house security engineer position. That is something pretty interesting as well. Now, helpful resources. Resume Builder app is there in our website, easycybersec.com, where you can go ahead and create your own resume for free. And also, I'm going to upload a real life professional's resume into this particular link in the website. What you can do is that you can download this template and use this template to create your resume. It is just for your understanding. Kindly do not copy paste, as it will not work for you. All you have to do is that just understand how the resume is structured, how the contents of this resume are put in place. And you can imitate the same thing, but do not copy paste the exact content, because it would really be a showstopper for you. And the second thing what you can do is that for further content, if you are interested in such content that we post on our site, but we are facing a challenge right now. That is, YouTube, due to its violation policies, banning a lot of content, namely being recently we put up a video called phishing and bypassing multi-factor authentication. YouTube had it removed because it violates their policies. Now in this case, what we are planning to do is that structure all these content into a course and provide it to you all. So if you are interested, you can email to me at easycybersec@gmail.com. Right? Thank you. Have a great day.